Hey everybody, Craig Green. I'm back again with another edition of Falcons Daily. Everything you need to know about the Falcons on a daily basis. Again, I'm your guy CG, and this is Falcons Daily presented by Fan Arch. Want to thank everyone for getting us over 500 subscribers. Thank you. Let's keep the movement going. Guys, we are in OTAs. That's going to start today. It's going to run through today and tomorrow, and then pick up again on May 30th with a day off on May 29th. And again, it's just, helmets and shorts. They're going to be out there. What you'll see, again, James Pierce. You'll see Jalen Walker. You'll see Billy Bowman. You'll see all your favorite Falcons out there. Most of them anyway. It is voluntary. It's not a this is not a mandatory camp that you're going to see that you'll see on June 10th and 11th. But again, most of the Falcons should be out there getting some work in. But again, they'll be out there doing walkthrough speed. 7-on-7 is permitted, 9-on-7 is permitted, 11-on-11 is permitted. Obviously, there will be no tackling, and it's going to be Falcons on Falcons. Ones versus ones, ones versus twos, whatever it may be. But again, the guys will be over there getting working today, tomorrow, and then again on Friday. So, yes, that will be Friday. Today, Tuesday, tomorrow, Wednesday, off on Thursday, and back again at it on Friday. So that's again what you'll be seeing a lot of that, and expect to see some sound and see some pictures and whatnot coming out of Flowery Branch. We'll keep you updated on anything new that comes out of there, and maybe we'll have some other things for you guys to chop up here in the comments. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about the OTAs. Should they be mandatory? Should it be suggested that everyone be there? Let me know your thoughts and your feelings on that. Let's move on to one of the guys that you're going to see at these OTAs, and that's going to be Joshua Simon, the rookie undrafted free agent out of South Carolina, the tight end. An article in Sports on the Sports Illustrated blog, on the Falcons blog, from Daniel Flick, who covers the Falcons for SI. He thinks the coaching staff is really high on Josh Simon, and Simon is a guy 6'4", 240, good size, big hands, great speed. Last year with South Carolina, led them in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. So an impressive numbers for Simon, and an impressive season altogether. A lot of folks were surprised that he was undrafted, but could he be a difference maker in the Falcons offense? Absolutely, yes. The Falcons need as many pass catchers on the field for Penix, and as many red zone targets as possible, because again, Charlie Warner is a he can catch balls at the tight end position, but he's not a threat. Not a consistent threat anyway. So I think, Josh Simon would be someone who could really be a difference maker. He's got to do he's got to put the work in and get on the roster first and foremost. But with his skill set and his frame and his hands and his ability, his athletic ability, yes. I would love to see Josh Simon as another guy that you could throw in there in the red zone, especially as a red zone target for Michael Penix. Looking now at the offensive side of the ball, guys, staying on that side. Something I've also thought about now that the team has changed and evolved in many ways offensively. Obviously the departure of Matt Ryan a few years ago, changes at the quarterback position. Going from Marcus Mariota to Desmond Ridder, and then to Kirk Cousins, and now to Michael Penix. When I look at the offense, one thing I have a question of is, who are the leaders on this offense? Who are the guys that you go to? Like when Matt Ryan was here, you knew unquestionably he was the leader of the offense. Every player told you to a T, Matt Ryan is the leader of this offense. The coaching staff told you, the players told you. You knew it was Matt Ryan's offense, and it was, that's how it was. Now, last year you could probably say it was Kirk's team, and it was for a while. But now that Kirk is QB2, who's team, who are the leaders on the offense? I mean, the longest tenured Falcon on the offense is Jake Matthews. So, I view him as a leader. But are the guys going to follow Michael Penix? He is a second year player. He is the quarterback. A lot of times, the onus of the leadership role falls on the quarterback position and who's ever playing it. I mean, you've seen, again, we talked about captains, rookies being made captains on other teams like Trevor Lawrence, and even Caleb Williams last year for the Chicago Bears was a team captain. But who are the leaders? Jake Matthews, sure. Outside of that, Chris Lindstrom, probably. And then I look past that, who else are we talking about? Drake London, probably, and I'd love to buy that Mike Penix is also a leader on the offense as well, and that he commands that respect. And I'm sure Kirk also, but I would love to see your guys' thoughts on who you think the leaders are on the offense. Who are the guys that, or who is the person that everyone's going to follow? Lockstep or show their support for. I want to see who's going to be rocking those captaincies this year on the offense. We could probably make some bets on who's going to do that. I think Chris Lindstrom would be one of them. Would not be surprised if Michael Penix is rocking a captain's badge this year. But again, let's talk to Mike. Let's see when Mike is speaking to the media, how that all goes, and when Raheem Morris, when he addresses Michael Penix, we'll probably get a better look into that. But again, I really, really wonder who are the guys that you follow. If you are Joshua Simon, if you're a Nick Nash, or even someone who's been there, even like a Bergeron. Who are you guys that you follow? When it's time to get the job done. And then, one other position I wanted to look at, again, we're going to move away from offense and here look at defense right now. I think the Falcons are very, very deep at that nickel position. When you look at their current depth chart, they've got, the projected one by ESPN has Billy Bowman as the starter, and then also behind him, D. Alford, and then Kobe Bryant. So, I think that's nice stackable trio there. Excuse me. Nice stackable trio there with Billy Bowman showing as a starter. Their projected starter anyway. But, who's going to start week one? Who knows? I mean, I typically like to give the leg up to the veterans. So I'm going to say D. Alford first, and then possibly Billy Bowman. I know he's a draft pick for the Falcons and whatnot. But again, he's gonna have to earn that spot, and D. Alford's done a solid job for the Falcons when he's called on. He's played plenty of ball games in Atlanta, so I'm gonna look at D. Alford first, and then probably Billy Bowman. But again, don't sleep on Kobe Bryant now. This is gonna be another chance for Kobe to try to earn his way onto the roster and to stick around in Atlanta. And again, if they decide to move on from Kobe, he's still gonna try to put something on film for the other 31 teams in the league. So right now, give me D. Alford as your starter at nickel for week one against Tampa Bay. But again, don't be surprised if Billy Bowman is going to get some extensive looks as well. Maybe if they split time, I don't know. But again, Falcons are high on Bowman. That's why they moved him from safety to corner. All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of your week. We'll be back tomorrow, of course, with more Falcons Daily. You can follow me on social media at Craig G Sports. That's CRAIG, the letter G, and the word sports. Give me a follow there. You can find me on all the social medias at that handle. And again, we will be back tomorrow with more Falcons Daily. So until then, sayonara and buenos noches.